Hello everybody and welcome to Immediate Meteorology. In this video I'll be showing you the 4 hurricane quadrants, what I like to call, and what you can expect from each one in case you're getting impacted from a hurricane, or this could even work with tropical storms or depressions. Before the video starts, if you like weather content like this, please hit the like and subscribe button and hit the bell to never miss an upload. So obviously today's video is a little bit different than other videos that we usually have. In today's video I'll be showing you some stuff that I usually don't. So instead of talking about models and stuff, I'm currently on my radar software that I have, and I will be showing you, this is actually Tropical Storm Isaias right now. So I'll be showing you the quadrants. I was actually impacted by this storm overnight last night. So, however, I was impacted by the least severe quadrants, so that was good. So, if we go ahead and split this tropical storm into fourths right here. Here, let me go ahead and make my drawings bigger. Alright, there we go. So I'll go ahead and split it into fourths, just like this. So obviously we have all the fourths right here, 1, 2, 3, and 4 right there. We have 4 quadrants right there, showing 4 boxes obviously, and I'll be telling you what you can expect in each one. So if we jump right in, I'm going to go ahead and highlight this in yellow. This is the quadrant of the hurricane or tropical cyclone that you are experiencing. This quadrant that I'm drawing right here is where you'll get the highest chance for tornadoes. The reason because of that is because the way the wind direction is and the uplift is, it's very reliable and sustainable for tornadoes, the way the rotation goes through. But however, tornadoes usually in hurricanes and tropical storms and depressions are usually very short lasting and very weak. Sadly, with tropical storm Isaias down in northeastern North Carolina and central eastern North Carolina, sadly there was one death at a mobile trailer park that was from a person who didn't evacuate, and a tornado sadly took them away. And in the same trailer park, 3 or 4 people are still missing. They are currently in search. So, very sad information from hurricane. It was down there as a hurricane, Isaias. So, like I said, in this yellow area, this is where you could see most of your tornado chances. Now, let me go ahead and highlight our next quadrant right here. So here, actually I should probably expand that a little bit southward, but I can't right now because I'm using the drawing on screen. This quadrant that you see right here, actually, this is where you can see some of the strongest outer bands and eye wall winds. The eye wall winds that you would be able to see would be somewhere in this area of the quadrant. Currently, the eye of tropical storm Isaias is right near Philadelphia, so they are getting some pretty hard rain and winds there. So in that little quadrant right there, I'll go ahead and undo that and make a different quadrant to show you guys. So that blue area right there. And then this, you see how there's a lot of outer bands right here? Very strong looking outer bands right there. That's, like I said, where we can see some of the strongest outer bands. Maybe not so much tornadoes, but just very strong winds and very heavy rain. So that's where we can see that. And with that, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and do that. we're going to go ahead and head on to our next box. So I'm going to grab blue here. Our next box is the southwestern corner of the hurricane or tropical storm. In this area, you can see some of the strongest backside winds of the hurricane or tropical cyclone, especially in the actual bands that are right here. I'll go ahead and highlight it in black for you. This area right here, that's where you can see some of the strongest backwinds of the tropical storm or hurricane. So if you're ever up here or up here, and I guess you could say the tropical storm or hurricane is heading northeast, don't think that, oh, now that I'm on the backside it should be calmer, there's not as much rain, the outer bands aren't that strong. Just because there isn't that much rain doesn't mean there can't be that much wind. So very hard winds down there for the southwestern edge, and same with the southeastern edge. It's just that there are actual bands in that area. Now for our final quadrant of a hurricane / tropical storm. Let me go ahead and highlight this. In this black square right here, this is where we see some of the weakest winds, but a lot of the heavy rain. Currently with this tropical storm, since it's weakening as we speak, maybe by the time this is I'm actually recording this on Tuesday so that I can show you guys while Isaias is actually going on, because by the time it's Wednesday it'll be gone and I want to be able to make the video in time. So the recording of this video is the day before you're seeing it right now. So the winds are the weakest here, however the rain is some of the heaviest here. Obviously, we still have very heavy rains wherever the eye wall is in places like that, but still very heavy rain in these areas. Now, another thing I wanted to show you all is, let's see here. Let me go ahead and choose this. So in this red that I'm about to put, I'm going to go ahead and create a circle in a certain area, and that's where I'll be showing you where the eye of the storm is usually located. Obviously, a lot of people would be like, oh, it's always located, it's probably going to be located in the middle here. Usually, actually, it's not that true. Sometimes, or not sometimes, but most of the time, it's more in an area like this. And actually, you can slightly see it right here. It's not a very healthy eye wall, but you can see the eye right here. Very, very small, but still there. So obviously, this area is where you really see the eye located. Not much in the middle, but more southeasternly. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and clear this, and I want to show you guys another thing. It is which bands are the strongest when you're in a tropical storm or hurricane. So, one of the strongest areas of bands are actually the outer bands of the storm. When I say that, I mean bands like this that I just highlighted in this line. They can be some of the strongest because they're in the outer edge of the storm. And same with these bands right here. These are where some of the strongest winds, obviously besides the eye wall, but some of the strongest winds in rain can come like we saw in the 4 quadrants. Now for our next bands, these are closer into the storm, and they're not too windy, they're more of just rain, and this is the band that usually brings the tornadoes for the northeasterly quadrant. The final band that I want to point out is this one right here. It's a little bit harder to see. This band right here, this is the strongest band because it's closest to the eye wall. Obviously the eye wall has very, very strong winds and heavy, heavy rain. So these are one of the strongest bands, however, not the band to have most likely tornadoes, all that stuff. Now, I'm actually going to connect this up. This band actually technically goes all the way down until here, and this should actually be connected technically. Usually in hurricanes there's a big wide band coming down here, but obviously since this storm is a little bit weaker it doesn't. But we have this line right here, so this whole thing circling the tropical cyclone is where we could see some of the strongest winds, like I said, and also some pretty heavy rain. Like I said, with the backside of the storm in the southwesternly corner here, this is where we see some of the strongest wind gusts on the backside of the storm. So like I said, don't think it's over. You always have to remember that this, on the backside, some of the winds are even stronger than what you might have just experienced. The final thing that I want to say is just a little update of Isaias. It made landfall on the North Carolina coast at 11:10 p.m. last night. So it officially made landfall as a Category 1 hurricane. It actually stayed like that until it reached Virginia. By the time it reached Virginia, it really sped up and turned back into a tropical storm. Most areas now, like North Carolina and Virginia, are experiencing the aftermath, as places like New York and Philadelphia are currently getting hit by the leftovers. So with that, I want to thank you all for watching this video. I hope I informed you of what you can see in tropical storms, tropical cyclones, and hurricanes. So, if you ever have a hurricane or tropical cyclone coming towards you, I suggest that you go ahead and check out this video, and you can see where you're going to get hit. When I was getting hit by this tropical storm, or sorry, hurricane, when it was at me, I was on the northeastern, northeastern, that would be where the tornadoes are. I was on the northwestern side, where it's one of the calmest. With that, if you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button, and hit the bell to never miss an upload. And yeah, with that, I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.